Hey y'all, how you doing? Welcome to the channel. Today I got something very special for you. Today we gonna act a fool. That's right. We back in the house with the Fast and the Furious Nissan Skyline 3, 4, and 5. So let's act a fool and get into this video. So, like I said, we got 3, 4, and 5. We're gonna do a little bit more to our bumper, and then we're gonna build our engine. And I do have parts in these two trays. The inside of the hood, and that beautiful, gorgeous hood. We'll be getting into those shortly. So, just flipping through the magazine here. Kind of neat little thing about the Nissan Skyline there at the bottom. So we're going to start on the hood first off. And we are going to add the water nozzles and a lock to the hood to start off with. And I've already taken the water nozzles off of the sprue. They came on a little sprue. And just gotta see how they go on here. Kind of a small fiddly little piece for me to try to hold on to. Let me get my tweezers out here so I can hang on to the thing. Or else I might start acting a fool and looking for it on the floor because the carpet monster ate it. All right. Well, I was afraid that was going to happen. I'm not sure where that one pinged off to. I just lost one of them. Okay, so I just noticed on the very back of that, you probably won't be able to see it, there are two little indents. Those little indents obviously face toward the window. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm gonna manage getting these fiddly little pieces in here. Because I tried holding them with a tweezer and I kind of pinged that one off. Got that one. There. I got one on there. I just got to figure out where that other one went off to. Ah, there it is. Get this one on here before I lose it. There we go. That's both of those washer nozzles on there. And that's the end of issue 3. So we'll move on to issue 4. Got a bunch of, stories about, Nissan and everything. And then got a little tutorial, a little spec sheet on a Datsun Fairlady right at the bottom. So now we will be taking care of the front bumper. So for the moment, I'm going to put the hood back in this little tray. And that's one thing that I do with my PowerWorks is I keep the tray that the hood comes in, because that way, because you don't need the hood until almost the end of the build. So if you keep the tray that the hood comes in, you can keep it nice and protected, and it won't get messed up. Same with the bumper. Whatever the packaging that the front bumper comes in, just put it right back in that packaging, because you won't need it. But then if you do need it, it's stored away in a nice, protective area. So we're working out of this tray here. So I need to get this little piece. It's part of the front bumper. And this little round thing. And then I also need this. Now, I'm not exactly sure what that's really supposed to do. It says insert the front pressure relief pipe into the hole into the front of the relief valve base. I guess maybe it's supposed to release some air or something. I'm not too understanding about that piece. Yeah, it just calls it a front relief valve, pressure relief pipe, and a relief base. So I don't know. There must be some pressure that builds up or something. Needs to let pressure out. Don't quite understand. But anyhow, take the little black thing and you kind of push it onto this base. So then when you get it on there, it'll look like that. And then this piece goes on the back side, and it just pushes in on the back side. So then it looks exactly like that. And then you'll just insert that on the bumper right above the Motec logo with the black part facing outward. So then once it's on there, it'll look just like that. Okay, now we got a couple screens that we need to put on the bumper, and we need 6 SM screws to fix that on there with. Now another thing I've noticed, and I mean I could be wrong, but when I watched YouTube videos about people building this stage of the car, they got the Skyline prints. They received the Skyline prints. Well, when I got this package, I did not receive the Skyline prints. But according to my page, I was supposed to, the pamphlet flyer, I was supposed to receive prints on number 2. But the actual thing that I can see where the parts are, it didn't list those prints. So I don't know if they're just going to come later in a different issue, or what really is going on there. But there's a really beautiful Skyline print in there. There's 3 of them, but there's one that I really like in particular, and I was kind of hoping to have that one. Have that one today. Okay, so you got this grill that you have to put the SM screws in with, and then you got this grill, which is just a push fit. So you just line it up with the little tabs, and you just push fit that one on there. Let's see. It's not quite all the way on there. Well, I'll fiddle around with it some more. off camera, but you can see that one grill on there. It just, there's a little bit of a gap on it if you look at it from the front. I just wonder if that's not supposed to be on this side. I mean, there are two of them, but no, that is the one for that side. So yeah, I'll just have to fiddle with it off camera just to try to get that one to sit down a little further. I don't want to be too rough with it because I might end up breaking it, and I don't want that to happen. You know, that one's actually went in there pretty darn good. There's a little bit of a high spot here, but yeah, that one went in there real nicely. Let's try doing this one again. Let's see. Get this around the right way. There. That side in. Oh yeah. Much better. There we go. Now you don't have that gap that was in there. Much better. Okay, so then I gotta get these in with the SM screws. Come on, you fiddly little screw. Alright, so I got that one in there. And then this one on this side. Alright, and that's what it looks like with both the grills in place. Let's see. There you go. You can kind of see that. So that's the front bumper done. You know, I'm almost thinking I might want to drop a spot of glue on this thing. Kind of put it into one place so it doesn't keep moving around and maybe potentially snapping off that little stud. Alright, so now we move on to our intersection, panel of our hood. Kind of a weird plastic piece for this black part. Kind of a weird texture on it. Okay, so over the opening. Okay, so take this and we'll just pop this into the press fit these onto the two lugs that are there. And then, as you can see, that's the hood latch. And we're done. Oh, and then we got one more stage. We got to put, now we got to marry this up with our hood. And then we'll be done with stage 4. So we need 4 AM screws to marry the two parts together. So AM. Alright, and then when you got all those screws in, it'll look just like that. I will do the other 3 off camera. I won't bore you with sitting here putting screws in. And then, so then you're gonna have left over is the steering wheel and the centerpiece to the steering wheel. But just keep those. I would just keep them right in this little tray, and then save them for later. Because now we're gonna move on to the engine and putting the engine together. So, okay. So first off, we'll start by getting out the black part, which is 5A, which is the right side. But what is the right side? Because as you can see in the tray, there's two black parts, a left and a right. But I'm trying to figure out what the right one is. The right one... Okay, so the right one that they want has a little point on it. So this is the right side. You can see that little point right there. So that's what they're calling the right side of the engine block. And then we need 5H, which is the right support. So we got a short one, and then we got a longer one. So we want the longer one on the, yeah, it looks like we want the longer one on the right side. Yeah. So as you can see, there's a long one and a short one. And one is labeled H and one is labeled G. The short one is G and the long one is H. It's H that we want on the right side. And we want to hold that in with 4 AM screws. So hold that in with 4 AM screws. I'm only trying to see what this is. Okay, so right there you can see the four screw holes, and that's where this goes. Okay, and get some AM screws out here. Now I know the World of Wayne always says if you're going into metal to put it in a little bit of oil, but I don't always have a problem with it, but I think because this is new, I will do that, because it looks like you got a little paint down in those threads. So I'll be right back in just a second. Get me a little cap of oil here. And then the screw goes right in there. Now if you notice, the first time when I tried to put the screw in there, it was really tight. It wouldn't really go in. And then I went and got some oil, and then it fell right in place. The oil helps to cut the thread so that way the screw will go in. Just a little tip that the World of Wayne channel told me. And I've heard it from some other people too, but Wayne was the first one to tell me that. So once you get those 4 in on that side, then basically you'll do the same thing on the left side of the engine block. You'll see the 4 screw holes there. So then you just do the same thing. Oh. And I got 1 left. All right. So then we'll move on. Get our little red cover here. And bottom piece. And then take a couple more AP screws and put this cover on. Now, just trying to see. Okay, so you want this thicker side facing out and this thing facing in. So, am I right or wrong? because... Oh, my mistake. I was trying to put it on the bottom instead of the top. But you want, yeah, you want to hold this piece kind of like that, and then this goes on the top like that. And then it's held together with AP screws. Oops. Well, I got a spare one. So, line that up there. Okay. Oh. Hello. I put the AP screw into the top of the red thing, and I was supposed to put it into the bottom of the metal thing. So now I gotta... Alright. Well, we all make mistakes. But some people have the power to edit them out. I don't. I'm just raw, unedited, no fluff. What you see is what you get. And I will tell you that a lot of people do like my Skyline videos. I have over 100 and some views just on the first pack of the Skyline. And I'm not quite sure what's going on with this one screw. It's not seeming to want to go in where it's supposed to. Bear with me. I'm trying to see why this screw is not lining up with that hole. Because it wasn't going all the way in, so it made me think that it's just kind of rotating around in there. Well, okay, come on. What is your problem? I can't quite get that one screw to go in there properly. Well, maybe it's going in there now. Yeah, I guess it's in there. Well, no, it's not. I apologize. I just can't get that one screw to go in. If I can't get that screw to go in, this top piece isn't gonna be on there. And I have no idea why I can't get that to fit on there. And there. Now I got the hole lined up. Let's see if I can't. I don't understand why I'm fighting with this screw. But I'm not having, I'm just not having a good luck with this screw. Well, let's try another screw. And now, oh, I lost my screws. Don't worry, I got more. I got lots more AP screws. I got AP screws from the Dodge, and I got AP screws from Knight Rider. Cause this back, one screw went in there just fine. It's the other one that just won't go in tight enough. And I don't understand. See, I'm on the back side and that one's in. And then I come up to this one and I just sit there spinning. Because it just won't go all the way in. Now, I'm not going to screw with that anymore. I'm probably boring you guys anyways, trying to screw around with that silly little screw. Now I need these two little things. And need a couple more. I need 4 more AM screws. And these just go underneath here. And get screwed in. And then it can marry the two pieces together. That's kind of why I was fussing with that one screw as long as I was just trying to make sure that I could get that cover on tight. Otherwise I'd have to take the whole thing apart. Try to do it. Now, I will be, later on, I'll be doing a lot more than just, I'll be doing a lot more than just the 2 episodes or so. Because this is a 1.5-year build, so I'll be getting like, I think 5 or 6 issues at a time. So I guess depending on how fiddly the issues are, I might have to break the videos up into 2 parts. Just so that way they're not too long and you guys don't get bored watching a really long pack video. I mean, heck, I might even get bored, you know, doing a lengthy video. Because I do four stages at a time right now, and that seems to work out just fine for me. But if there are 6 packs or 6 stages per pack, I could break them up into 3 stages over 2 videos, make a part 1 and a part 2. But we'll see when we get that far. Right? We're just starting this, and they give you the first two and then they give you three. So I don't know how many I'll have in the next issue. Okay. So there is a little bit of a raised section on that. You want to make sure that it faces this side. I started putting those in the wrong way. And so I need 5A. So 5A was the right block, which would be this one. And you got to connect this right here with AM screws. So you'll put it together like that and then put 2 AM screws in it. Are you sure that's right? Because it looks off kilter. Doesn't seem... I'm sorry, that just doesn't seem right because it seems like it's off kilter and it should be, I think it should be even. And well, anyhow, I'm not gonna bore you too much. I'll figure this out. But anyhow, once you get that piece on, then you'll put the other side on. And then you'll put the oil pan on the bottom of it, so it looks like that. And then there's a little GTR logo right there in the tray. That'll go on the top of the motor. So that'll go on and look like that. So basically that's what the engine will look like when it's all said and done. So anyhow, that's all I got for today. Next Saturday I should have another pack of the Fast and Furious cars, the 143 cars. I do have the Knight Rider coming up, which is the passenger side seat. And I do have the Dodge coming up, which would be the rest of the roll cage. So, until then, have a good day and act a fool.